Hello, tea timers. So yeah, I'm just popping in here live today for my Thursday tea talk. And I want to talk about something kind of different today, which is that sometimes people suck. I woke up this morning and I went to bed last night and my news feed was filled up with a school shooting in Georgia. Another teenager went out and shot up a high school, killed 4 people. It's heartbreaking. Stories I were reading talking about how, the teachers and students knew the drill and they blocked the doors and barricaded them in. And it feels really heavy to me that our kids need to know how to do that and our teachers need to know how to do that. It just feels like there's so much craziness in the world. The summer, we're at the end of the summer. We're definitely in the dog days of summer. School is starting. And in a lot of ways, I feel like the summer was kind of emotionally challenging for a lot of people, myself included. And it doesn't seem to be getting any better, right? So we have differences in opinions politically. We have long, hot summer with a lot of challenges that we're all, surviving. And our clients are in that process with us. It is true of me. I'm having, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, having a lot of client conversations about kind of like the craziness in their client base. So I want to talk about some solutions to that and how to be in love with your clients and your potential clients, how to reconnect with that greatness and the goodness in people in general, right? To counteract kind of the crazy veneer that we're all operating under. So if you don't know me, my name is Jenell. I am a micro business coach, and I've been doing this for about 20 years. I really do specialize in working with people who, they are their own boss. We are the masters of our own destinies through what we do in the world. And so, yeah, getting back to this. So again, I went to bed and I've woken up with stories about the shooting, just kind of like this general heaviness. And it really makes me think about a call I had with a client yesterday afternoon. It was after the shooting. And she was just talking about how hard it is to connect with people and how she feels like there's just a lot of craziness coming at her from either her clients or potential clients. And so I gave her kind of 5 concepts to reset that conversation. And I want to share them with you because I think that this is a really great way to kind of fall back in love with your clients and fall back in love with people in general, because there's a lot of great people out there underneath the craziness. And so the first thing is, I want you to remember that what is in our minds actually gets communicated. We communicate, going a little woo-woo here, we communicate energetically. As humans, we are really good at reading the subtext. Okay, well, I don't know. Just seems... All right, so keep trying. So as humans, we're really good at reading the subtext. And, this is the thing about autism, is that sometimes those people that have that relationship with the world are less good at reading the subtext. They're less good at reading facial expressions, but they still understand the intention behind the communication. So we have to be very aware of our energy, what is in our brain as we come into a conversation. So if you're going into a sales conversation, this means, are you coming in with the subcontext, the thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be a waste of my time? right? So if I come into a conversation that way, that's what gets communicated. It doesn't matter how good my words are. What gets communicated is my thought. This is a waste of my time. So we have to be very clean and very conscious about what we're coming into conversations with, right? So if that means taking a big deep breath before you interact with your public, if it means taking a big deep breath and a reset before you get into a conversation with a client or a potential client, I really recommend you take that minute, that 2 minutes, reset your own energy, reset, check your thoughts. What am I going into this conversation with, right? What am I anticipating the outcome being here? Because if you're anticipating a negative outcome, you're going to have one. That's just it, right? If you're anticipating a good outcome, you stand a much better chance of getting it. So check your own energy and your thoughts. Smile, right? Smile. I did this actually in my 28-day program. I talked about the power of smiling, the power of laughter yoga. It's amazing how smiling can change our emotional and energetic state. So if you consciously laugh, and I do like to laugh, right? It raises the energy. It raises your energy. If you smile, people also respond to that. So if you come into it and you're smiling and you're light, people respond to that in kind. It's really much harder to have a bad interaction if you come into it with lightness about your being, and that comes from a smile. So tip number 2, smile. Tip number 3 is always to say thank you in advance. And again, this is straight out of my 28-day gratitude program, 28 days for gratitude for business. Say thank you in advance of the conversation. Thank you for this person. Thank you for the opportunity to be in connection with another human being today, to have this great interaction. Be grateful for whatever comes, right? Be in gratitude. If you, again, are carrying gratitude, if you're connected with your gratitude, if you're saying thank you for this opportunity, whatever the outcome, whatever comes of it, I know that I'm connecting with this person for a reason. I'm here to bless their day. They're here to bless my day. Maybe I'm here to learn something. Maybe they're there to learn something. It doesn't really matter. Be grateful for it in advance of the conversation, because honestly, it's going to, again, flavor that conversation. This is really, really good stuff. If you're coming into it kind of grumpy and, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this right now. Again, it's that subtext conversation. So smiling, being willing to be light and laugh maybe, going into it saying thank you for whatever happens. I'm so grateful for you over there. These are all gonna set you up for a much better interaction. I also want to talk about this piece in it regards to sales, because I do work with a lot of my clients on sales specifically. Commission breath. Gosh, I heard this a lot in working with my realtor clients, right? So nobody likes commission breath. You don't want to walk into an appliance store and walk into a conversation with, we did this recently, right? So I went into an appliance store, was looking at refrigerators, and I just knew that the person who walked up to me was paid on commission, because man, he was just talking a mile a minute, and I knew his entire purpose was to get me to walk out of there having bought something, right? Now, obviously, he started at the highest, right? Like, he's gonna want really big and great, because that's more commission for him. So I felt like he was just in it for him. I call that commission breath. And it's an icky interaction. It feels bad. It's that used car salesman, because they're making the conversation about them, what they want. So that's a slimy feeling. Don't do that. And how do we do that? We make the conversation about the client. We make the conversation about the customer, the potential customer. We have to let go, right? We really have to disconnect from our needs in that moment if we're having a sales conversation. Because that commission breath also makes people angry. It's irritating, it's upsetting. So if they're coming into the conversation already anticipating a bad experience, they're going to continue to have a bad experience. But if you come into it from a place of service, from a place of, I love you. How can I help you? What do you struggle with? Can I help you? Right? So an interview goes both ways. Can I help you? Am I the right person to help you? If you come into that conversation clean like that, and I'm here to be of service, and you can set aside your own, oh my gosh, I need another sale this month. Oh my gosh, I need to add another client. Oh my gosh, I really need this project. If that's on your mind, you're in commission breath. Right? Be of service. For that moment, set that aside and be connected to the human across the whatever channel from you, right? The video, the phone, the space, the distance. Be connected with them and curious about what they want or need in this moment. And can you be the solution? Can you provide the solution? And if you decide you can, then you have an offer to make, right? You can show them how you're the best solution to their problem. And if you decide, oh, that person has a problem I can't solve, or gosh, this person just has something that they're looking for in a provider, a solution, a tool or whatever that I think is not going to be aligned with me and who I am and my core values, and the process is going to be difficult, right? This is trust the gut. You also have the opportunity to say, wow, gosh, that sounds like a problem, and I actually am not the person for you. You get to say no from a clean place. So all of this said, right? It means coming into conversations cleanly. It means coming into conversations with people with curiosity. It means coming into conversations, excited and alive and full of gratitude to counteract the crazy in the world, right? There's enough crazy. Don't join them. Don't be a part of it. All right. So, like I said, all of this kind of comes straight out of my 28 Days of Gratitude for Business program. If you're interested in that, please reach out to me, DM me, or email me. I'm happy to help. If you have any other questions about the craziness that's happening in your own business and life, of course, always DM me, because I'm here to help. All right. Thank you guys for spending a few minutes with me today. Have an incredible, beautiful end of summer day, and I'll be back next Thursday.